Good morning, my gorgeous friends on the internet. In this episode, we're gonna take a look at some memes, some cringy developers like me, and yeah, we're just gonna have fun with this one. Now, let me clarify something, because in the last episode on my 100,000 special, I said that I'm gonna move a bit away from web development, and everybody got like really angry. They were like, "What? No JavaScript? I paid for this." Well, I didn't pay for this, but still. Now, let me just clarify. I still have a lot of web dev things that I want to do on this channel that I didn't cover so far because I really like them. I have one that's coming now that's gonna be a full website built from scratch all the way to start, from scratch to start, from scratch all the way to finish. So we're gonna cover like the design, then we're gonna build out the code, then we're gonna add functionality, and then we're gonna deploy it. So it's probably gonna be like a 2-part series or 3-part series. And I also want to do a full stack app, so that's coming. So there's still a lot of web dev things coming. So if I see one of those comments again, I swear to God, I'm gonna kiss you. Now, you're gonna find a lot of cringiness on the internet, but I feel like everything related to programming and development is like extra cringy. I'm not sure why. Now, I'm guilty of this too. When I got started with programming, I was quite cringy. You know, the first thing you write, like hello world, console log hello world, I was really proud. I thought I'd share it with the internet. Everybody hated it. My mom was really proud though. That's all that matters. Make your mothers proud. Here's the first one. This is basically just a form that tells you to add your phone number. Now, the problem here is that this guy actually hard-coded all the values. So as you can see here on the right, we have option value, and all of these are hard-coded. Now, I can relate to this so much when I don't know what I wrote. I think something in JavaScript. And rather than looping over an array and adding a class to them, I would do it separately. So I would take each element and add a class to it, add a class to it. And it was like 200 lines of code when I could have just mapped over it and add an event listener or whatever. So I perfectly understand this one. And you know, it's hard to look at, but hey, what you gonna do? So probably like a simpler method here would have been to just have one simple input form and get the input value with JavaScript, JavaScript, and then just run a regex over it to see if it's a phone number. Moving on to number 2, we have this one, and I despise this. If dev is bored, job sucks. Search job flexible hours through company culture 100. It's like, hey, we speak your programming language, Mr. Programmer. For me, this is probably the most cringe one out of all of them. Just because I can imagine the process of how they put up this job offering. Hey Tim, why don't we do a programming job post? Like, we don't write actual words, we just write code and let other people decipher it. It's like a filter as well. If they can read it, then they might be qualified for the job. Yeah, but the code you wrote here is almost English. Everybody can read this. Tim, just because you're an excellent programmer and in bed doesn't mean everybody's like you. Put up the job posting. All right, if that's what you want, fine. I'll put it up right now. Hey, what you looking at back there? All right, the next one is just kind of like the first one. This guy is just doing some variables here, and he's declaring like everything. But then down here, we just have these int 100, 100, int 10, 10. So literally just making variables for the sake of making variables. Again, these are just things that you eventually realize that are stupid to do. Or there are people on the internet very happy to tell you how stupid you are. Okay, this one, I swear to God, I've seen this 100 times, and not necessarily this one, but with the indexing. So let me explain. It says, you know you're a programmer when you count 3 apples. Hilarious, everybody. Let's give a round of applause. Hint, hint, 0, 1, 2, 3. I swear to God, I'm gonna hit somebody. So the next one is called if else, else. Okay, let's take a look. Look here, look down here. All right, if that's the if statement right there. That's not the one. Let's move on to if else. Oh my God, wait, this cannot be real. Just put your hand out. There's the else statement, everybody. You know in courses how they explain if statements? If 18, then you can enter, else you cannot. Just do this. Look at that, perfect example. All right, this is bugging me. I'm not sure the context of this website, but we have Sales Cloud, supercharge your sales with the world's, I cannot read anymore, sales and CRM application, then Service Cloud, and then we also have Marketing Cloud. So this idea that everything needs to be cloud these days is absolutely just annoying. And I even got emails with these buzzwords basically. One of them was disruptive. Oh, okay, that's my favorite one. A company sent me an email regarding a product that's a competitor to another one. And they were like, with this product, David, is that your real name, by the way, David? We are gonna disrupt the market. The only thing you're disrupting is my time. I hope that their cloud starts thundering and raining and just evaporates into the ocean. And then it's like done. And then they have no cloud. They have digital ocean. All right, we got this guy saying, hey, finally handed in my bachelor. What did you do for your bachelor? I programmed a social network and did research about the topic. Oh yeah, programming a social network is fairly easy, I guess. If you say so, well, just look at the code. I thought it was more. How do you know the complete code of Facebook? Go to Facebook, right-click, view source code. That's not really much code. I'm coding VBA, so I have a bit of an idea. Ah, Jesus. These are my favorite posts. People thinking they're really smart and their ego is so big. And when they say something stupid, it's absolutely rewarding. Java developer. Next up, Java developer. JavaScript, also known as Java for short, oh no, is a scripting language that allows interactivity of websites. That's correct for JavaScript. For instance, Java allows users to see different images based on where they scroll or click their mouse on the site. Java developers are experts who work closely with team members, end users, and vendors to test and create websites that are easy to navigate for web visitors. I mean, you make easy to navigate websites with the way you structure your HTML and CSS. That's kind of like UI UX, user interface, how you lay out the things. And then the UX is like the experience of the user, right? I mean, maybe they do everything in Java to make this happen. Take a look here, Java. You can create moving images, drop-down menus, animations, and different sounds and music. There we go, that's my next tutorial, making music with Java. These professionals also work closely with JavaScript to enable security settings that validate users and process business transactions. Wait, what? Who's working with who? I thought this was all about JavaScript or Java. Java developers are responsible for programming JavaScript. All right, this is giving me Inception vibes. Let me process the information. All right, you gotta help me out in the comments. Please explain what's going on here. These professionals also work closely with JavaScript to enable security settings that validate users and process business transactions. Wait, what? Aren't you using like a backend language for that to like do user validation and transactions? Or maybe they're using Node.js, but I doubt that when they say Java is JavaScript. Other skills required in Java developer positions include oral communication, interpersonal, and multitasking skills. This kind of reminds me of all the job postings out there. 10 years minimum in React. React has been out for like 6 years. 10 years minimum. But it's been for like 5 years. You're fired. I'm not even hired. Are you ready for this one? Prepare. Young 15-year-old aspiring coder in search for free scholarship. I like Minecraft a lot and I tried to remake a new version of it in PowerPoint. And I was 99.86% finished with it. It ran good, but it didn't save it. Save it. I'm considering going to MIT and working for Activision and if anyone wants to give me a scholarship after they learn me how to do it, contact me via the email. This is the guy we need on this channel. He fits perfectly. From now on, I'm gonna contact him. He's gonna do all the editing. Seriously, I just noticed Minecraft isn't about how good your computer is. My friend has a computer that was probably stolen from aliens and yet it lags, while Skyrim works smooth. That's because Minecraft runs on Java, which cannot use more than one CPU because of its age. It's 10 years out of date, people. And Java was also never designed to render that much chisel in one helping. Well, that's because JavaScript is not good for games. It runs only on one thread. It's old, 10 years. It says 10 years. Use something modern. Pick up a modern language. PHP 5.6. Bitch. But that's gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I tried to find more of these, but I couldn't. I don't know. I tried every search term, programmer cringe, developer cringe. But yeah, these are kind of the funny ones I found. If you have other ones, you can let me know. You can post it down in the comments and we might do a part 2. All right, everybody, have a good night and I'll see you in the next Java series.